Hi everyone, 16th of May, Tuesday, 1:05 p.m. in Australia. This is video blog 21, I think. Could be 22, I think it's 21. But yeah, just wanted to share with you a little dilemma I'm having this morning. Last week I decided to pull out a substantial amount of money out of my super and put it towards the crypto world. It took a little bit of guts and a little bit of bravery to make these decisions, but I've been watching the general stock market just go down, down and down, and I just feel that there's something coming around the corner, and even my gold and silver stocks were on the dive. So I took a little portion of what I could afford, and around about 13k Australian. I'm not sure what that is in US. I could say, guess maybe 10 grand. And decided that I was going to put it into cryptos. Now, being quite diligent, I've done a lot of research, I've got a little bit of experience, I'm watching the charts, and I wrote a list out of everything that I was going to invest into, and I thought I had it covered. I thought I had it, and last night I worked out exactly what I was going to do. It was a nice diversified spread between some of my favourite cryptos, and then I woke up this morning and the three major cryptos that I was going to buy have pumped. Now, the issue with this is, one of my rules is that just never buy on a high. Don't buy on a pump. Because you just don't know how far it's going to go, and you don't know how far it's going to bounce back, especially when they dump it. So that's the old analogy, pump and dump. So on my little charts here, I've got Ripple, the banker's coin. Look at it. If you have a look what it's been doing for the last month and a bit, it's on an upward slant, so it doesn't really matter when you buy in. You would have made a pretty good return on it. It's around about 40 Australian cents. So I think it's got potential to go to who knows, but it's definitely got a lot of money behind it. They're securing banking contracts all around the world, and as much as we hate the system, I think it's going to do well. How far it will go compared to something like Ethereum or Bitcoin? Well, I mean, Ethereum's 100 and Bitcoin's 1,000. I don't know. Do I buy? I'm not sure. So I've decided, if you look here, I mean, if I click on this, it doesn't let me do it. Yeah, here we go. I mean, it's pumping big time this morning. It's not quite letting me do what I want it to do. There we go. Oh, it goes in and out. Probably because I've got it on a smaller screen. But anyway, you can see it's a vertical climb. So definitely not going to buy right now. And then I came over to, what have I got here? I've got Steam. And I've got BitShares in the middle. Now, I really like BitShares for a lot of reasons. One, it's Ripple's, I think, copied BitShares. Everything about it. The only difference is BitShares is decentralized, and I think the people behind it have a little bit more of a moral backbone. But I can't buy that. I have to wait out. Unless I'm in for the long term, I could just bite the bullet, but then instinctively I think, well, if I played my cards right, I could set my buy limits at thirds and buy in at the right times after this pump, and I think that's instinctively what I'm going to do. I think a lot of people make the mistake of fear of missing out or FOMO, and it never pays to make emotional decisions. And on the right hand side I've got Steam. I think I'm invested in Steam long term. I want to share myself, and I think I could be doing this for quite a long time. I've got lots of projects and all sorts of exciting things coming up, and I want to share it. But do I go and buy a whole heap of Steam at $1.20 Australian? I'm just not sure. I'm doing okay with my posting and curating and things like that. So do I sit on that one? Because as you can see, it's had another pump. So both of these all just pumped this morning, which is no surprise. These faster cryptos do seem to be following a similar path. And I think that's because people are waking up to the fact that the technology is a lot better with BTS, a lot better with Steam, and when Peer Plays comes out, I reckon that's going to go really well as well. And so we've got BitShares, Ripple on the right here, or on the left, depending on where you're looking, is definitely going to do its own thing. And so, yeah, that's my dilemma. I just sort of wanted to share it. I suppose the moral of the story here is never buy on a pump. unless you know it's at the beginning of the pump and you can maximise a very short 15 to 30 minute trade. But I've stopped trading, and that's the reason being is that I've made a few little mistakes. I haven't lost any money, but I have, I suppose, utilised some of my shareholdings in one particular coin and moved it into another one, and I've made some regrettable decisions there because of the price, or the current price of some of them has risen or outrisen the profit of another, and you sort of sit there going, well, okay, and your returns could have been a little bit faster. But so that's a life lesson. I think quite a few people can relate to that. But at the end of the day, the best thing to do is stack and hold. That's how I feel. Buy in early, stack and hold. Don't buy on a pump. Don't buy emotionally. Sit back if you have to. And I'm glad I didn't buy this morning. I've taken back. I thought I'll just do this blog, get it out, and a few people might have some suggestions in the below. But I will let you know what I decide to do. And that's all I wanted to share with you today. And I'll do another video on what I decide to do next. Cheers.